All right, everyone, welcome. Grab your seats because class is officially in session. Today, we're doing a masterclass on SAP S/4HANA's business partner model. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to graduate from that old, clunky way of managing data to something, well, something much, much better.
So, let's kick things off with a problem that I bet sounds pretty familiar. You know that company you work with? The one that sells you parts, but also buys your final product? Yeah. In the old systems, what did that mean? 2 records. One for them as a customer, one for them as a vendor. That's double the work, double the maintenance, and let's be honest, double the chances for a typo to mess things up. It's just messy, right?
Okay, check this out. It's like a tale of 2 schools, right? On the left, you've got the old school ERP. Think of it like a messy locker with different folders for everything. Separate customer records, separate vendor records. It's a recipe for data redundancy. But then, on the right, welcome to the S/4HANA New School. Here, we have one single tidy business partner object. One record, one source of truth, one transaction. So much cleaner.
So, what exactly is this business partner, or BP, we keep talking about? Well, think of it like this. It's the main student file. It has all the basic info, name, address, the general stuff. And then you just add roles to that file. Are they a customer? Add the customer role. Are they also a vendor? Just add the vendor role. It's all in one place. One person, one file.
So, why should you enroll in this new school of thought? The benefits are, frankly, a no-brainer. First off, you kill data redundancy. Dead. You get to use one and only one transaction code, BP. So simple. It centralizes everything, which leads to the holy grail of data management, a single source of truth. No more guessing which record is the right one.
Okay, let's get our hands dirty. Here's our lesson plan for today. First, we're going to configure the vendor master data. Then, we'll define our business partner groups. And for the grand finale, we'll link those 2 together. Let's dive in.
All right, Lesson 1, Vendor Master Data. This is all about building the foundation. We've got to get the vendor-specific stuff configured first, because that's basically 1/2 of our final unified record.
Okay, first assignment on the docket. We need to define our vendor account groups. The homeroom analogy is perfect here. You're basically sorting your vendors into different classes. Domestic vendors go in this homeroom, foreign vendors go in that one, and each homeroom has its own set of rules that everyone in it has to follow. So, where do we do this? We've got to go into the system's main configuration area, the IMG. From there, you'll dive into the financial accounting settings. We're looking for the spot where you can set up supplier master data. It's like finding the right lab for our experiment.
Once you're there, you'll see a list of any account groups that already exist, but we want to make our own, right? So we're just going to hit New Entries. This is where we start building those homerooms we talked about, like one for local vendors and another for foreign ones.
Okay, quick pause. This is important. What does a vendor account group actually do? It's way more than just a label. It's the rule book. It decides if the system gives out the vendor ID number or if you have to type it in yourself. It sets the number range. And, this is huge, it controls which fields you have to fill out, which are optional, and which are hidden completely. It's the brands of the operation.
So let's walk through an example. We're creating a group here for foreign vendors. We give it a unique code, we give it a name that makes sense, and that's pretty much it. It feels super simple, but what you're really doing is building the entire template for every single foreign vendor you'll ever add to the system. You hit save, the system gives you the little confirmation message at the bottom, and boom, done. The vendor side of our foundation is officially built.
Oh, and here's a really cool feature. What about that vendor you need for a one-time emergency buy? You don't want to create a whole new master record for them, right? Well, that's what the one-time vendor account group is for. It's a clever shortcut that lets you make the purchase without all the administrative hassle for a vendor you'll probably never see again.
Now, another choice you have to make is how you're going to assign those vendor ID numbers. It's pretty straightforward. You can go with internal, where the system just hands out the next number in line automatically. Easy peasy. Or you can choose external, which means a user has to physically type in the number. That's really useful if you're, say, trying to match vendor numbers from an old system.
Okay, vendor foundation is solid. Time for Lesson 2, Business Partner Grouping. Now we're going to build the other half of this thing, that central file that's going to hold it all together. Now, you'll find the settings for this in a totally different part of the system, under Cross-Application Components. And our goal here is super simple. We are going to create BP groupings that are a perfect one-to-one mirror of the vendor account groups we just made. That's the whole strategy. And guess what? It's going to look really familiar. We're doing the exact same thing we did before, creating new entries for local, foreign, and one-time partners. But, and this is the absolute key to making it all work, we have to assign a number range to each one. Don't skip this part.
We hit save, we get the confirmation, and there we have it. Our BP structure is now built. So think about what we have. Two perfectly parallel structures, one for vendors, one for business partners. They're all lined up and just waiting for us to connect them.
All right, pencils down. It's time for the final exam. This is the moment we've been building up to, the big connection. We're about to link our BP grouping to our vendor account group and make this whole thing work.
So this last step is where the magic really happens. We're going to go into the settings for vendor integration and basically tell the system one simple rule. We're saying, hey, system, whenever someone creates a business partner using this BP grouping, I want you to automatically link it to that vendor account group. That's the whole connection.
And here's what that logic looks like in practice. See, our local BP group maps to our local vendor group. Our foreign BP group maps to our foreign vendor group. It's a direct line. And the secret sauce that makes this whole thing seamless? They have to use the exact same number ranges. That part is absolutely critical.
And you passed. Congratulations. It's officially graduation day. Let's pull out your new and improved Master Data Report Card and see all the benefits you've just unlocked.
Look at that report card. Straight A pluses. You've got centralized master data. Check. You've eliminated data redundancy. For sure. You've simplified how you create data down to one T-code. Amazing. And the big one, you've achieved a single source of truth. This is a total game changer for your data quality and just making things run smoother.
So look, getting your master data straightened out is a huge first step. It's the foundation for everything else. Now that you've done this, it opens up so many possibilities to simplify other things, like your purchasing or your payment processes. So the real question isn't if you can improve things, it's what are you going to tackle next?